all right. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. We're back at another one. I'm Juby the Tubi. You're here with Straight Talk Family above everything. Pre-game to the Knicks and Bucks tonight. Knicks have a late one against the Milwaukee Bucks. They're traveling down over there. Uh, we don't know if they're what kind of energy they're gonna come out with, what kind of team is gonna come out with, but that's not why we really came on here tonight. We normally do post game. We wanted to talk about what the last 24 hours have been like, with all the trade rumors speculating. I've been hearing names like D'Angelo Russell, Russell Westbrook, Darren Fox. Of course. This guy from Dallas, I can't even think of his name right now, the point guard. There's just so many rumors that's going on right now. Julius Randle might be available for the right price. Evan Fournier, Kemba Walker, Alex Burke, you name it, you name it. The Knicks right now most likely are going to be buyers for the right price, and they possibly might be sellers, or they might just stand pat. I'm gonna, get my partner's take in here for a second in a minute. He's just getting everything situated. But I apologize about the last show. I had no audio again. I had some technical difficulties, and my partner told me later on that evening that I had no audio coming out of my mic, so you couldn't really hear me. So I apologize for that. I'll make sure that I'll double check that before I go on live from this point forward. But yeah, guys. The Knicks are either going to be buyers or they're going to be sellers. The NBA trade deadline is only a few weeks away. What are they going to do? Nobody really knows. Something needs to be done. They got to make room for Cam Reddish. They acquired him with an upside. They want to give him minutes, and there is a cluster of wings and shooting guards on the Knicks right now. So, right now, teams that might be interested in Alex Burke, Emmanuel Quickly, I've been hearing, is the talk of the town. A lot of teams are interested in Emmanuel Quickly. I don't know if that's a smart move, but I always say in order to receive something, you have to give. So I would not be surprised if a package, which brings to the Knicks table, like let's say D'Angelo Russell, maybe they take a Julius Randle and Emmanuel Quickly. I don't know what's everybody's take on that. But for me, listen, I like D'Lo. I definitely want him here. I wanted him when he was in Brooklyn. I thought that was the point guard we should have gone after at that time. I still think that's the point guard we need to go after. But time will tell. I just want the Knicks to stay away from Russell Westbrook. I'm hearing that the Lakers may be interested in trading Evan Fournier and Alex Burke for some kind of package for Russell Westbrook. I'm not really too enticed by that move. Russell Westbrook has been a problem every team he goes to, but I'll speak about that in a second. Let me get my partner in here, Zen Ray, as the Knicks are going to get ready to play the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are hosting the Knicks. So let me get Zen Ray in here, bring him up to speed on what's going around in the NBA trade rumors for the Knicks.
And then you give up a player in Knox to get him here, and you need to know what you have in Cam Reddish so you can develop him in this group, especially in either in that backup rotation or in that starting rotation with Barrett. So the Knicks are reported to a lot of players can be coming here. Cam Reddish was one of the players they received early in the trade, but we're talking about players like Juby was texting me earlier.
D-Lo, get me D-Lo. Good evening, everybody. Get me D'Angelo Russell from Minnesota here. I want him.
Russell should be coming if you come on live with your face, because I see a blank space on my screen, Juby.
You're frozen, my brother. That's your technical difficulties.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, my friend.
It's not because I don't see you. You're not frozen. You're coming
here.
up with Juby.
I'm here.
Okay, we're just gonna have to go.
Hold on.
You're here.
Hold on.
So it wasn't me, my friend. Ah, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so excited. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I apologize about my audio from the last show if you guys
It's all
didn't
right.
hear me. But me and this guy, man, for the last 24 to 48 hours, his wife must be like, who the hell is texting you so much? Tell that person to leave you alone. Because there's a lot of the hot topics going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know that the Knicks actually made some of their veterans available. They didn't say Julius Randle per se, but behind closed doors, we already know for the right price, the Knicks are willing to listen. But yeah, I said my partner, D'Angelo Russell, was a rumor. I'll touch up on the real quick with the rumors that I've been hearing. Zenray, you can get your thoughts in on what you would do, stay away from, because there's a lot of scary ones there that I'm not too crazy about. And once I say the name, you're gonna know exactly what I was talking about. But D'Angelo Russell, I'm all for it. Trade Julius Randle ASAP, make that move happen. A lot of teams are calling New York about Emmanuel quickly, and I know us Knicks fans are
It's
with
not going
Emmanuel
nowhere.
quickly. I hope he doesn't go anywhere. I hope don't move that man. But if you can make D'Angelo Russell happen for Julius Randle and another player, let's do it. But the trade that I'm gonna mention is gonna kind of make you sick to your stomach, man. Which is, you guys remember we did the Lakers a favor a few weeks ago, making that three-way trade happen for them and taking back some cash and et cetera, et cetera. I'm hearing that the Lakers might be interested in trading for Fournier and Kemba Walker for Russell Westbrook because the salaries match. They both have 2 years on their deal, and it'll kind of be a win-win situation for both teams. Oof, I don't know. That name kind of cringes me because everywhere he's gone, he's been a cancer.
You're gonna, you're
It's
gonna
just
listen.
crazy.
You're gonna stop the development of the young kids if you bring that guy here. Not that he can't help us, but listen, you want to get McBride up here, and I've been hearing talks. People are talking that we have no point guard. We actually have 2 point guards. Okay, people forgetting Miles McBride, and we're forgetting about that Lithuanian kid, Rukas Jokubaitis. I'm hearing he's tearing up there internationally. These guys are a future. So if we can't make a trade for a full-time point guard, you can get kind of a Derrick Rose type of point guard who can play, who's a veteran. I can see that happening. I don't think Julius Randle's going anywhere until next year if he's still not playing well. You just can't uproot this team and just change everything. This is my feeling. I had this kind of change in the last few hours. So let's not forget about Rukas Jukabaitis, the Lithuanian kid who had a great summer league. People forget how this kid played. He went back into the international leagues playing. I'm here. This kid is playing very, very well. He's passing the ball. He's shooting the ball well from three. He plays defense. And we forget about these two kids that were developed. This is not Thibodeau's cup of tea, playing these young guns. But I think Leon Rose is going in his ear and saying, look, we're not going to mortgage our future to get a play like a Russell Westbrook and these older type of players to come in, because we'll be doing the same type of stuff we've been doing years and years ago. So I'm just saying, look for the Knicks to be patient, try to get a veteran point guard here somehow, some way, and probably get rid of Burks and Kemba Walker in some kind of deal where you can get a veteran point guard here to ride the ship until we get these young kids going next year. And I think Randall is going to stay here for the long haul. I just wish that he stops being a baby and just do the darn interviews. Please. He once again, and the two things that are bothering me, he's not doing the interviews after the game. And when the coach Tibbs is having everybody coming in for a game plan or he's talking to the whole team, he's on the other side of the bench, sitting on the seat or standing, ignoring. What kind of leader does that? This is what bothers me. But hopefully that's the old Julius Randle. He comes in to Milwaukee tonight and plays hard. The Knicks could just compete tonight. I mean, the odds, they're 9-point underdogs tonight at Milwaukee.
Well, listen, Jokubaitis, maybe that's Frederick. I hope it's not Frederick Weiss bloodline, because we don't want, European players normally don't work out with us for the Knicks.
Have you been following him? Have you been?
No,
seeing him?
I'm actually. Now that you mention him, I'm actually gonna look him up. I'm not even gonna talk about.
He's been doing well internationally.
But about the Julius Randle thing, listen, guys, I'm sorry, and Zenray, I understand what you're saying that he should stay. We should. Julius Randle is not cut out for New York. Period. And nothing, nobody can
It's
change
right.
my mind. He just doesn't have the swag. But if we do stand pat and we do get a point guard veteran and we just basically trade Alex Burke and Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier needs to go to the bench. Nobody could change my
Yeah,
mind.
right,
That
right.
man needs to go to the bench.
You have
I've
to give Cam
listened.
minutes. I agree. Yeah.
I've listened to every podcast. Who Nick Fan TV, CP, all of them all say Evan Fournier. If
No,
he's
I
not
agree.
gone, he needs to be on the bench. He should not be starting for your Knicks. Kemba Walker should be not be starting for your Knicks, and Alex Burke needs to go. And a quick little touch up: if we do stick with Julius Randle, Tibbs, you need to hold the same way you hold Obi Toppin for
Accountable.
missing a defensive
Yeah.
play. You need to hold Julius Randle accountable
I
for
agree.
everything. He is not on a pedestal. He's not a god to New York. He is the same, and if he doesn't do well, and if he's missing his assignments, guess what? Get to the back of the line and bring up Obi Toppin, the new youngster that's rising.
Listen, Juby, bullseye. Let me just tell you what a leader's supposed to do. And obviously, Julius is lost. I'll say your version in the source because his mind is not right. Something mentally is going on right with him. You have to put every player accountable because that's why there's starting to be some division in the locker room. Well, why I have to do this if Julius is not doing this? Why do I have to? And the only one who's standing up and being the leader up there is RJ Barrett. He's the man who needs to be the number one option in this team. And Julius Randle could be a second, third option, or whatever you want to do. You put Fournier in the bench, and you bring him up with Rose, sixth and seventh man off the bench. Those are the two main guys coming up to call. You have to give Cam Reddish some run, and I hope they start that tonight. And if they start the experiment tonight, I'll be happy because we don't expect to beat this guy, but what we can do tonight is compete. And if you compete, you never know. You can win this game at Milwaukee tonight. If they play Cam Reddish tonight and they come up with a new lineup somehow, some way, because I have a feeling it's going to be Kemba and Fournier again, the whole kind of nonsense. But if I was them tonight, they change everything up. Start quickly. Cam, Barrett, these young kids in there. I even throw Obi in there after 5 minutes because I don't think what's going to happen to Obi now. Obi, because you notice that Randall's not getting his 40, 41 minutes. He's only getting like 28, 29 minutes. So those rest of 11 minutes, you can give it to Obi. So if you see Randall struggling in those first 5 minutes, that first quarter, you yank him, you put Obi in there.
Well
You have that
said.
young crew in there.
Well said. I agree with you, Emmanuel. Quickly, right now at this juncture, your work should be your starting point guard until
I
Derrick
agree.
Rose comes back. And even
I
if
agree.
Derrick Rose comes back, I still think you start with Emmanuel quickly. Kemba Walker, I'm done. Fool's gold, call it bronze. I don't care if the man drops 40 tonight. I'm not gonna be sit there. I mean, would I be surprised? Maybe. Well, if will I be happy if he does? Of course. But I'm not sold on Kemba Walker being the starting point guard of the New York Knicks, just like I'm not sold as Julius Randle being the number one guy. RJ Barrett is the number one guy, like you said, Ray. And I told you in December that I heard rumors from sources that RJ Barrett and a lot of other Knicks players were unhappy. They were having conflict problems behind the scenes that he want to make it public into the media, and I still stand by that. That although you would think that the Knicks, that R.J. Barrett and Julius Randle are buddies because they're teammates, there really is not a big bond right now, especially now. Maybe last season the team was together and they were all moving in the same way, paddling that boat. Now everybody kind of is pointing each other with the finger, and even Evan Fournier called out the Knicks, and he's one of them as well. But he called them out. He said changes need to be done. We're not doing what we're supposed to do, and a leader is supposed to step up. So, leader, if you're listening, hence Julius Randle, aka supposedly leader, you need to step it up. And it's not even about the scoring; it's about everything. Getting your teammates involved.
Exactly.
Less is more. Just intensity, that kind of thing.
It's your action. You don't have to score all the time. It's your actions, Lid. Throw yourself on the floor. Fight for a loose ball. Don't give up. Stop arguing with the refs. Stop being the negative guy in the team. Just keep your mouth shut and play ball. If you can do that for one night and stop arguing. He's just a frustrated individual and he's venting out. I don't know if he's arguing with his wife at home. I hope he's not beating his wife. That's a joke, but I'm just saying he's just a frustrated buildup with all this animosity, this anger, and this confusion of not knowing what to do because he is not the same guy as last year. The pressure, he's having like a nervous breakdown. The pressure is getting to him. Hopefully tonight we are playing against Giannis. Giannis is averaging 28 points a game. Randle is averaging 18 points a game. Randle is only shooting 41% from the field. Giannis is shooting 53 points from the field. So this should be an interesting matchup tonight. Lucas Samatic is out tonight. Lindell Wigginton, the guard for Milwaukee, is out, and Rodney Hood, the shooting guard, is out tonight as well.
Is Nerlens Noel out?
No, he's playing. He's playing. He's in. I don't see him on the injury report. I don't think he's going to be getting a lot of playing time. He's probably still banged up, but the Knicks could win this game tonight. And even if you don't win this game, which I don't expect them to win at Milwaukee, play hard, play tough, stop the controversy, stop bickering, or stop creating this bad apple syndrome that we spoke about the last 5-6 shows about it. And this is what's causing division in the team, Julius Randle's mental state of mind.
Well, he supposedly had a behind the scenes interview with somebody from ESPN. I forget her name right now, so I apologize.
Yeah, heard.
But supposedly, he's in it for New York. He doesn't want to go anywhere. That he's committed here. You say all these things, Randle. You say you're committed, but like you said, actions speak louder than words. I think he does wear his heart on his sleeves, his emotions on his sleeves at times, and it's too much. You need to be a professional. You're not playing street ball, and the offense 100% should be running through RJ Barrett, and the game will come to Julius Randle. And that's my biggest thing. If Julius Randle will stop looking for his shot, and what I mean by that is, you see the way Obi Toppin plays? Julius Randle actually should play like Obi Toppin is playing. The ball comes to him. If he's open, he's popping it. If he's not, he's passing it. He's running, he's cutting. That's what Julius Randle should be doing. And RJ Barrett should be the one that's with the ball handling on the top of the key trying to get to the basket. That's RJ Barrett, not Julius. Enough with this point forward that Tom Thibodeau has stuck in his head since he's arrived here.
Yeah. Let me just say, you hit like every nail on right on the head.
I'm excited tonight, man. I don't know.
Look, I am just saying to you, you just mentioned Obi Toppin. Mentioned Obi Toppin with a lineup of Obi, Mitch, Cam, Reddish, RJ Barrett, and a decent point guard like Quickly, the youth of that team. I'm telling you, that starting unit, so fast, so quick, would give a lot of teams problems.
Yeah.
Let's start that,
And then you got Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier as your backup, and then you could have either Jericho Sims, or you could have even Nerlens Noel if he's still with us. And you could even keep Taj Gibson in there. Why not? You know what I mean?
Right now, we're developing our future point guard. Our future point guard is Rukus Rokabitis and Deuce McBride. Those are our future point guards.
Don't forget, I'm sorry, don't forget about Quentin Grimes, ladies and gentlemen. That is another...
He's going to be part of the equation. I think he's going to be part of that second unit. But you know something, I wouldn't mind starting him. But if you start him, that means Cam is not going to get the play. Cam is going to get play.
I think you start him first. I think the right thing to do, if I'm Tom Thibodeau, is to start Quentin Grimes and let Cam Reddish get into it, and then maybe switch it.
Either or, because if Cam is not doing well as a starter, you can always pull him out and bring Quentin Grimes. We're not going to forget Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is a crucial part of that second unit, but we have to get out some of this dead wood, like in Kemba Walker. And I'm sorry, Burks, we love you. I know there's a lot of people who are Burks fans, and I like you. You're a fourth quarter kind of scorer that a lot of NBA teams can use, coming off the bench and putting 15, 20 points, in a quarter. Sometimes I've seen you done it for the Knicks, where you can make a difference for a playoff team. Right now, the Knicks have to. If you have somebody for Randle and you're convinced of getting somebody on here, I think the Knicks plan, or Leon Rose's plan, is mine. We have our 2-point guards of the future. We know that Thibodeau doesn't like playing young people, but I think Leon Rose is coming to his ear. You have nothing to lose for the rest of the year. Play these young kids and see what you have in them.
Well, listen, if nothing happens by the trading deadline, and if we stand pat, you better believe it. I think two things are gonna happen. We're gonna be sellers. If nothing really happens, and when I mean sellers, I mean we're gonna ship out Alex Burke, and we're gonna try to ship out Kemba Walker, maybe for some either draft picks and things like that, of that nature. And we might be buyers for the right price, depending on what people are gonna offer for Julius Randle and Evan Fournier, if you will. But if we stand pat, like I said, this team, we got to stop kidding ourselves. If they do stand pat and it's the same exact team and you still see the same exact results every single night, then it's time to. I'm all about the youth movement, man. It's time to start letting McBride play, start letting Quentin Grimes, maybe start Quentin Grimes and bench Evan Fournier.
Let these young
100%.
You're right. When you let these young cats play together, the enthusiasm they love, quickly and Obi, they have this love thing. They play so well together. And you get Mitch, you get Barrett, and Barrett loves playing with these young guys. It makes everybody's energy, because I feel like Randall's cluttering up that team with Fournier and Kemba. You have to get some of that dead wood out. And it starts with the non-leadership of Randall. The thing he promised to be and show us that he was the man. We're here. No, you're not here up here. You're here talking, but you're not here up here. You can talk all these interviews with ESPN reporters, whatever. Your mind is not right, Julius. You can't handle the kitchen. There's nothing wrong with that. If you go to Dallas, you go to another team out west, you'll be fine. We're not saying that you're a horrible player. It's just your kind of play here is not needed because you don't have that leadership quality. We can't treat you as a number one. Our number one is the king of New York, R.J. Barrett.
For right now, because I'm going to touch up one last rumor, and I know you knew this was coming, ladies and gentlemen. Forget Zion Williams. You know who we want. We want the Spider. We want Mr. Donovan Mitchell from Utah, who his camp is already saying that he's a first-round exit, trading his way to New York. Yeah. So whoever plays Utah, please sweep them. Take Julius Randle.
I agree. But that's not going to happen next year.
Yeah.
If they get ousted in the first round, I think that's why the Knicks are holding Randle as their main chip, because that's who they want. That's the main chip they want. And salaries almost match. We're probably going to have to give up another player for it to match. But you get Donovan Mitchell in next year,
we're good. Donovan Mitchell, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. Sign me up. I want to go to a Knicks game.
Oh, yeah. And then you got Deuce McBride. And they're probably going to want another guard in retrade. So you either give him Rukabitis or you give him Deuce McBride, one of the two. Doesn't matter. Either one you give, the other one's going to be our backup, future backup.
That's right. That's right.
So listen, I'm looking forward for the game tonight. The game's going to start in the next 5-10 minutes. Juby, thanks for coming on. I knew we were planning to come on yesterday. We had a lot of stuff going on. I'm officially off the meds, so I'm in pain, and those medications had me crazy and tongue-tied. So I apologize for not expressing myself properly or getting agitated. But I'm off the meds completely. I'm still in pain. Thank God.
You sound like a true Knicks fan. In pain, off the meds. You Knicks fan to the core.
I'm good, and I want to congratulate the New York Giants. They hired their head coach Brian Dable, and their GM did the right move, and Joe Shane. So we're looking for big things for the G-Men coming up in 2023. Go New York, go New York. Never give up, knowing that the best is yet to come. With love, peace, and gratitude. Juby, I'll see you tomorrow for the post-game show because it's going to be a little later than we expect. So I'll see you sometime tomorrow morning, about 12 p.m., and we'll go from there, Juby.
Sounds good, brother.
Thanks, Juby, man. You're the best, man. You brought some great points and more energy. Go New York. Go New York.
Go New York. Go. Later, brother.
Take care.
All right, guys. That was Zen Ray with Zen Ray Sports TV. You already heard it here. A lot of rumors. We're excited. Let's see what happens, man. Next 15 days, are we going to stand pat? Are we going to make moves? Are we going to get D'Angelo Russell? Or are we going to have the Spider from Utah, Donovan Mitchell, in the back of our head and say, let's wait for the summer and let's see what happens? A lot of stuff. A lot of anticipation. A lot of emotions. Hopefully Julius Randle keeps his emotions in check. All right, guys. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your night. And as always, baby, family above everything. Stay safe, guys. Peace.
are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
We're back on track, here we come. League is coming 21 and the Knicks are on a run. And I'll tell you with tips, we have bit too much to handle. With Barrett, Bullock, Burst, and Randall, it's the Knicks and we're taking back our place. Everyone's gearing up with a mask on the face. The guard's going crazy and they're doing it for a reason. 21 is the Knickerbocker season. You better believe the Knicks got all that it takes. We're shooting 3-pointers and we're running fast breaks. And if your defense makes a mistake, then bam! Robbie Dunks in your face. This is a team you don't wanna miss. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New